A woman, according to her, was hit in the face with a brick because she basically refused to not give out a phone number. And nobody did a damn thing about it. Here it is.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watched, and they don't give a yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Y'all see it? Y'all see it?
She was actually taunting the guy to hit her. Why would that boy defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble?
She told the detective that responded that she was hit in the head with a brick after she refused to give her phone number to a guy on the street.
And was that verified by any of the evidence that detectives looked at?
No, that was not verified.
Harris County Prosecutor Keith Houston says surveillance videos from that early September morning show Osman hitting a man first.
So she's the one she was the aggressor?
She was the aggressor, yes.
And it was a water bottle that hit her, not a brick?
He did have a water bottle in his hand, and we think that's what left the mark.
According.
Wait a minute. Think about it for a quick second. Indulge me. How crazy that it is that this entire time, all of this back and forth, all of this he said, she said, they had surveillance footage the entire time. And in that surveillance footage, they showed her being the aggressor. They showed him retaliating. Think about how long that it took to come up to this conclusion. The amount of man hours, the amount of content that was created, all of the special efforts from individual people in the community that followed up on this bullshit. Shout out to the queen of accountability. Think about how much that it took to move the needle, and they had the incident on footage the entire time. My mind is blown. The fact that it took this long is a clear and present sign of the bullshit. She is a scammer and has built this pyramid scheme on the back of GoFundMe, brick by brick.
Left the mark.
According to court documents, she asked someone else to launch this GoFundMe for her recovery, raising more than $42,000. But as the story went viral, a blogger on TikTok called police, alerting them to this 2020 GoFundMe, which claimed a vicious assault by a security guard in Minneapolis. Prosecutors allege theft by deception and believe she would have received all that money had the campaign not been shut down. The GoFundMe has zero tolerance for the misuse of our platform. The fundraiser has been removed from the platform. All donors have been refunded, and Roda Osman has been banned from using the platform for any future fundraisers.
If I could have one wish right now, I would love to interview the people that were in so support of her. The people that when you ask them or you challenge them, hey, her story doesn't sound real. What do you think of that? And they simply lambasted you because you had a different point, a different opinion, which happened to be the truth.
It's more dangerous. Umar Johnson.
And I hope I'm wrong, brothers and sisters. I just heard, and I hope I'm wrong, brothers and sisters, but I just heard that a sister got hit with a brick for denying the romantic advances of her brother. Is that true? Can somebody confirm this story? In the United States, my American Africans, did I hear that correctly? That a sister got hit with a brick by a brother?
All you suckers that gave in your money to support this bullshit without fact checking or even looking at her original video and making it just a little bit further than your bias to understand the lies that were being told to you, how do y'all feel now? But what's crazy is that her platform was not just supported by women and their bias, but also by pandering men.
Woman known as Brick Lady charged in Houston after being accused of making the whole thing up, raising $42,000. So nobody read the article though, huh? Consciously, when are you gonna apologize? Because that little heifer was scamming. I told you she was scamming, she was lying. When you gonna apologize? The apology better be as loud as the support for her too.
This is one of the young Hotepian brothers that went out of their way to support a liar. Pay attention to the degree of goalpost moving that he uses throughout his clip. Let's review.
Before we even get into what the article proves and disproves, let's state the obvious. A lot of y'all don't have as much hope and legitimacy into the system or the legal process until it's about disproving support of a black woman. Then all of a sudden, y'all become legal advocates because just a couple of days ago, y'all was all about Martin Luther Majors being a victim of the system because his victim lied about the details in which how it happened. The article...
One of the first sides in the understanding how people know that they're wrong and they attempt to move the goalposts into the Red Sea. Jonathan Majors has literally nothing to do with this situation, but what you'll notice that from panderers or liars is that they'll throw in unneeded or useless information into their arguments just to obscure the point of being wrong, the point of being incorrect. But let's listen to his actual points.
Proves that she was assaulted, but that she did not give the correct details about how it happened. According to charging documents, Osman and Douglas were in an argument and Douglas reportedly swung his right hand while holding what appeared to be a plastic bottle and struck Osman in the face. Now, why is the headline written in the way to presume she made the whole thing up when the article itself states that she was assaulted, but that she allegedly lied about how she was assaulted?
Because they were both assaulted. We just heard the lead prosecutor say out of his mouth, she initiated it and it was captured on camera. That's why she lied. Even if it had nothing to do with the brick, she initiated it. Don't hit others when you don't want to get hit back. She started it. He retaliated. So all of a sudden now it's about him just assaulting her, according to you.
For the people in the back, the reason why she's being charged with fraud is because law enforcement has said, no, you were assaulted, but you lied about how you said you was assaulted. Therefore, all the money you raised is fraud.
Yes.
Which literally leaves me scratching my goddamn head.
Why?
Now. The GoFundMe that is being called into question was about helping her recover and paying for medical bills because she was assaulted. Now, the article itself states that she was assaulted. So what a fraud come in?
Because the story that she gave you on how she got assaulted was a lie from the pits of hell. It was a lie. It was a scam. This is like saying, hey, donate to me because I lost all my arms and all of my legs. Meanwhile, you tripped and scraped your knee. People are donating to you because they think that you lost all your body parts, but you really just have a cut on your kneecap. Do you see how the fraud is within that GoFundMe if I was to start it? Or are you just so focused on moving the goalpost for your pandering ass audience that you're illogically coming up to the conclusion that it was not fraud? Ridiculous. Ridiculous that these people are leaders in a goddamn community. Ridiculous.
So y'all gonna piss on my hand and tell me it's raining, huh?
Oh,
the article also states they were able to find video of the defendant and another person who they believe was the accused assaulter. They got in the car. They both got out the car. The defendant slapped the male who responded by slapping her back. He did have a water bottle on his hand, and we think that's what left a mark on her face, but it was mutual combat. That's what they said.
Okay.
So they charged this woman with fraud.
Yes.
Because she said she was hit by a brick.
Yes.
But they said she was hit by a water bottle, but they do acknowledge she was hit. They do acknowledge it was marks left on her face.
Okay.
So she can't get a GoFundMe to take care of what? And then
she's got to tell the truth in the GoFundMe. See, if she told the truth and set up the GoFundMe, none of this would be a problem. The false information is the problem. You don't understand that, young man? Disappointed in you.
And this really the part that had me scratching my ass. TikTokers provide police information on Osman false claims past alleged scams. During the investigation, detectives said they received call from Daphne Sutton, a mental health advocate and blogger on TikTok who believed Osman was conducting a scam because similar situation happened in Minneapolis in 2020. Okay. Daphne Sutton, the queen of accountability that literally made about 30, you know what I'm saying, it's exaggeration. I say probably like 10 to 15 different Twitter videos about her calling Houston law enforcement and saying, hey, Ro, yeah, she's scamming. Queen of accountability. So according to law enforcement,
I don't care if it was 10 videos. I don't care if it was 100 videos. I don't care if it was 1,000 videos. The closer that we are to the truth, and this just don't go for this situation right here, but anything in life, the better that we live as a people. And if it takes 10,000 videos in order to demonstrate that, then I don't have any problems with it.
It was a plastic water bottle that left this mark on her face. Not no saline, not no injections, not that she made it up. Like, it was a water bottle, apparently. Second thing, they claim in the article it was mutual combat. That's what the law enforcement said, but one individual had a object, the other one did not. And the individual that had an object was a man, but it's mutual combat. Interesting.
And of course, at the end of the tirade, it's somehow insinuated that because the man had a water bottle, and again, we're talking plastic water bottles, must have been a strong guy. She should never be hitting any type of guy, let alone a strong guy, as what he seems to be, then it's his fault. She hit him, he retaliated. She lied on GoFundMe. Now she has felony charges for fraud. And now the hamster wheel that is spinning within your mind is attempting at high velocity in order to try to prove how you are still somehow in the right. This is downright incorrect behavior, but you're attempting to move the goalposts into the Atlantic Ocean in order to try to appease your victimhood and your oppressive loving audience. Truly diabolical shit. You know what else is some truly diabolical shit? Her past arrest record. Apparently, she's right now on bail for felony assault back in September of 2022, which I believe is after this whole incident occurred, with the charge inevitably changed to 2 counts of misdemeanor domestic violence. That was in Minnesota. Before that, DWI. Before that, another DWI 2 years before that. Before that, indecent exposure, dismissed. Before that, disorderly conduct, where she received the fine. Before that, promotion of prostitution? What? What an exemplary member of society that we have right here. And listen, your past doesn't necessarily make your future, but I can look at your past as an indication into the probability or the likelihood of the story that you're telling me being the truth. But instead, you choose to support a deviant. We also have footage of her on video being a complete evil monster.
She can come to me.
Well, okay. It's up to her whether she...
I want to know why you guys are asking me to leave when I'm speaking in my language. Is it anybody here speak Somali? Who's the floor manager?
She was just here a minute ago.
This is interesting. I just moved to Texas and look what this racist thing is going on. This is absolutely racist and this is harassment as well. You're asking me to leave a store for doing nothing wrong, for speaking another language, because it makes people uncomfortable for me to speak my language where I have every right to speak.
Maybe dealing with something else.
Exactly. I'm not doing anything wrong.
It's up to you. If you want to,
I'm shopping. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't bother anybody.
I'm just saying, I was asked to ask you.
Okay.
That's all it was.
I want to know why I'm being asked to leave. Hi. Is there a reason why you're asking me to leave the store?
Because of the fact that I was...
Okay, the security guard is now going to the manager, and the manager, who is Hispanic, is going to explain the issue.
Trying to explain to you how the customers had came in here and they told me that you were using profanity.
But they were lying, ma'am. I was speaking in Somali, and I know nobody here speaks Somali.
And the thing is, I bring the Dollar Tree many a time, and it'd be some ratchet ass shit that happens in Dollar Tree. I be seeing some shit in Dollar Tree, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So for Dollar Tree to come out and the manager to say something means something. Let's go.
And there is no Somali community here.
You're not even letting me try to get to you and talk to you, trying to explain to you. You keep interrupting me. So that's all the reason was for, because first the lady came right.
Hold up, just real quick. This just reminded me. I wish I had the Kevin Samuels slap. Oh, wait, I do. When Kevin used to try to continue to cut off women as he began to explain himself, watch what happens as soon as she walks up. Let's do it again.
Wrong. I didn't bother anybody.
I'm just saying, I was asked to ask you.
Okay.
That's all it was.
I want to know why I'm being asked to leave. Hi. Is there a reason why you're asking me to leave the store?
Because of the fact that I was trying to explain to you how the customers had came in here and they told me that you were using profanity.
But they were lying, ma'am. I was speaking in Somali, and I know nobody here speaks Somali. There is no Somali community here.
You're not even letting me try to get to you and talk to you, trying to explain to you. You keep interrupting me. So that's all the reason was for, because first the lady came right here. I was getting ready to go tell you, but I had to go do something. Another one came and she was like, and that's when I approached you.
But they're lying, ma'am. Did you see me do anything wrong?
I didn't see you. They just, 2 customers came up.
I was speaking another language, so that was absolutely wrong. And I did not do anything wrong. And when you came up to me, that was really offensive. That's why I was like, and I didn't say anything wrong to you. I didn't yell at you. All I said was, they're lying. That's not true. I don't appreciate this. Unless you...
Not today.
I said, not today. Exactly, not today. I don't feel like dealing with racism today. Today is Tuesday. This is racism because I'm a black woman in a store and someone comes up to you and tells you she's swearing. You should first see if I'm swearing. You didn't see me swear, so you should have just left me alone. That's what you should have done.
All I did was approach you and asked you. You told me not today.
Not today. I said not today. That's true. I have every right to say not today. I don't feel like...
Racism! Fucking racism, excuse me. It was offensive that the manager wanted you to leave. It was offensive. Word? You were offended by it? You were offended.
Being harassed today. I feel like going to the store, buying my stuff, and not being harassed. So why am I being asked to leave the store?
You were rude and I was trying to tell you.
I wasn't being rude to you. You came up to me, ma'am, when I was shopping.
I did come up to you because I
have every right to say that I don't want to deal with false line. I don't know if you know how it feels to be a black person, but as a black person, you are always being accused of doing things wrong. Yeah, exactly. So how do you feel when people come up to you and say that she did this? I didn't do it.
Dog, she'd be teaching this to her son. This is the woman that y'all donated money to? You are stupid.
To whoever I want. Ma'am, I don't know where you're from. I am in America. I can speak to whoever I want. I don't have to calm down. I don't have to calm down. When people are being racist to me, I will not be calm. I don't have to respond to racism with calmness. I do not have to respond to racism with calmness. No, I am upset. I am offended. And I think you're very unprofessional. And I can speak to whoever I want. Don't you ever tell me or another customer who to talk to. I am not yelling.
Yes, you are.
Well, guess what? I will yell, and I can yell. Is yelling a crime? So she's gonna call the police on me for yelling? Call the police. I didn't do anything wrong.
You're refusing to leave the property.
I'm not refusing to leave the property. I'm making a verbal complaint, and I'm showing America how racist you are. Do not tell me or another black person who to talk to ever again.
I'm not telling you, but when
you just told me
when you're yelling at my associate,
ma'am, you yelled at me. You called me a bitch.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. And you can tell that she's a liar. And you can tell that
Who put a baby in this crazy woman? Now, while I'm glad that the situation is finally coming to an end, I would say that all is not lost, all is not bad. I actually think that it was very beneficial for the discourse regarding this conversation to come out into the light because it had the conversation of #ProtectBlackWomen up for discourse.
So let me clarify this. Are y'all telling us that if you are not related to us,
Yes.
if you are not dating us,
Yes.
if you're not having some sort of physical relationship to us,
Yes.
if you don't find us attractive,
I don't know about the attraction thing, but the other three for sure.
if you don't find us polite enough,
True, big true.
kind enough,
That too.
quiet enough,
Sure.
that our lives are not worth protecting, is
No.
that what you're telling us?
Yeah.
Is that the precedent you're setting?
Yes. Yes, that's the precedent that we're setting. I'm not being held responsible to protect what I am not accountable for. The lines of demarcation are officially drawn and hopefully they are clear as day. You will not be protected unless you are worthy of protection. Can you touch on the topic of black women saying they are unprotected and the implication it has on black masculinity?
Well, a woman has to be in a position that she can be protected.
Uh-oh.
A woman has to deserve protection by the way she live her life or present herself.
Talk to him.
A woman has to require protection because she is in her place, in her lane. And then men might feel that they can step in and protect her. A lot of our women don't want to be protected. You can't protect them whether anybody bothering them along. Sometimes we try to protect our women from a bad idea. She don't want no protection.
So to conclude, the amount of lying and goalpost moving throughout the entirety of this story is downright disrespectful. Might I even say downright shameful. But I'm hopeful that liars and fraudsters are being brought to light, are being held accountable so we can get closer to the truth. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Me and go to tourismreviews@gmail.com. Guys, leave your comments down below. Let's have a conversation regarding the content that I left you with here today. And I'll see you guys soon. Until next time, YouTube.